Miraculous Ladybug has a plethora of heroes and villains who come with distinct weapons that help them achieve their goal. Items like Ladybug's yo-yo or Rena Rouge's flute are recognizable objects to people familiar with the series, but who aren't die-hard fans. They're trademark accessories found in artwork and toys, so it's clear that the weapons in the series are more relevant than we may notice. Fans were thrilled for Miraculous World Paris because it provides new trademarkable content. With Shadybug and Claw Noir playing the roles of villains, they would need new abilities and weapons to match. In today's video, we're reviewing 7 new weapons and Lucky Charms showcased in the special.
They must have gone out this way.
I'd rather go out with a bang!
Number 1. Claw Noir's Nunchucks. When Claw Noir first engages in a fight with Butterfly at the beginning of the special, he uses the same staff as Cat Noir. The weapon has all the same functions as the original, allowing him to attack his enemy, shield himself from attacks, lift himself into the air, and catapult himself from place to place. However, after Ladybug arrives to help her new ally, Claw Noir surprises her by altering his staff into a new object. The first alteration is that he can take his staff apart, pulling them into distinct halves, held together by a thick cord morphing into nunchucks. It's such a unique weapon choice. Not only does it suit Claw Noir's character perfectly, standing out during the fight, but even more concerning are the spikes on the end, unsurprisingly shaped like a cat's paws. These spikes show that Claw Noir intends to harm Ladybug, and she has to be on her guard to avoid getting injured. Once Ladybug and Butterfly get trapped by a Lucky Charm, Claw Noir uses his nunchucks to go in for a final attack, but Cat Noir stops him at the last second. Number 2. An incredibly heavy car. Wielding a Miraculous has many benefits, including enhanced strength, speed, and ability. These are the baseline skills that every Miraculous wielder, hero, or villain receives. In most situations in the main series, Ladybug and Cat Noir can withstand getting thrown long distances, having buildings dropped on them, and resisting the full force of a villain's attack. One of the only things proven to take them down is the destructive force of a cataclysm. So, compared to the average human, these heroes are as tough as nails. Since Shadybug uses a Miraculous, she's well aware of the fortitude the heroes possess. It's likely why she doesn't hesitate to summon an entire car with her Lucky Charm, and use it to pin Ladybug and Butterfly against the Eiffel Tower. Typically, the heroes can escape a trap like that, but the car's weight slows them down, and Claw Noir nearly attacks them. Cat Noir swoops in to save his fellow heroes just in time, which allows them to gather their strength and kick the car away. However, it wasn't easy, as Ladybug immediately jumped from harm's way, while Butterfly lingered in place, exhausted from the sheer effort it took.
Lucky Charm!
Number 3. A rocket launcher. Once the odds fall out of Shadybug and Claw Noir's favor, she turns to more dangerous weapons to try and defeat the heroes. One such weapon is a rocket launcher. Unlike Ladybug, who receives her Lucky Charms randomly, Shadybug isn't restricted by what she can create, summoning predetermined Lucky Charms at will. The rocket launcher is a tactical choice, and the heavy-duty weapon is so intense she has to brace herself against the ground to use it. Instead of shooting a missile like most rocket launchers, Shadybug's creation launches a giant fist at the heroes, and it's sure to pack a punch. Fortunately, Cat Noir manages to intercept the projectile before it can hit Ladybug, and he kicks it back at Shadybug, effectively using her powers against her. Number 4. Butterfly Binoculars. Not all Ladybug's Lucky Charms are intended to cause harm or stop her enemies. The same rules apply to Shadybug, as she can create objects that help her outside the battlefield. When the two villains first arrive in Ladybug's version of Paris, they attempt to hunt down Butterfly within a massive sitting. The pair find a vantage point atop one of Paris's buildings, but unable to find their enemy, Shadybug must summon a Lucky Charm. She summons a pair of binoculars, a standard tool when searching for something, while having a unique element to them which makes them extra effective. As she explains to the overly critical Claw Noir, they can detect Butterfly pheromones. With them, she finds Butterfly's Kamiko and finds his location.
What is it this time?
A butterfly tracker. Kind of. These binoculars can detect butterfly pheromones.
Number 5. A 3-round gun. One of the most shocking weapons conjured by Shadybug appears to be gun-like in nature. With a barrel large enough to unleash 3 rounds at once, she summons the weapon after the rocket launcher fails, meaning it is a more powerful weapon capable of causing considerable harm to heroes. However, before she uses it to stop her enemies, Butterfly uses a Kamiko to transform Cat Noir into Celesticat, an upgraded hero with the power to fly. Since her first attempt at using the gun fails, she summons it a second time when she hijacks Celesticat by grabbing his tail. She hopes to knock the heroes out of the sky with her weapon, but before she gets the chance, Ladybug knocks her off by letting Celesticat's tail belt hit her in the face. As she plummets towards Paris, her Lucky Charm disappears.
Dear passengers, you may now unbuckle your seatbelt.
The captain and his crew hope you had a pleasant flight.
Number 6. Massive hammers. Aside from projectile weapons and literal cars, Shadybug appears to have a fondness for summoning massive hammers. In her final fight against Ladybug, Shadybug sends her flying into Collège François Dupont, damaging the school and making it the perfect place for a fight. However, Ladybug is keen to make Shadybug see reason and tries to talk her down. Ladybug's methods don't work right away, and her kind words only enrage Shadybug further. Amidst her anger, the villain summons numerous hammers, ones taller than her and with a lot of force, to attack Ladybug, intending to keep the hero as far from her as possible. From sledgehammers to a giant paddle, Shadybug isn't afraid to knock her adversary down.
I wouldn't break a mirror if I were you. That's 7 years of bad luck, you know.
Number 7. A Miraculous Warhammer. Most of the special showcases the lucky charms created by Shadybug. It's a display of the Ladybug Miraculous's power and how harmful a wielder can be if they have bad intentions and no restrictions holding them back. It also places Ladybug at a significant disadvantage because she has to work with random objects that the villains effortlessly destroy, as seen when Claw Noir uses a cataclysm on a traffic cone she had summoned to defeat them. Ladybug's final lucky charm saves the day as the mirror she creates encourages her to become Marinette and to speak as the girl behind the mask, establishing understanding and compassion for Shadybug. Unfortunately, Shadybug doesn't respond well to Marinette's empathy, and she creates what appears to be a small warhammer. She uses the weapon to threaten Marinette and pin her against the wall until her resolve breaks, and she finally listens to her enemy's words. According to the testament given by Shadybug during their final confrontation, she lacks the same support Marinette has in daily life. She doesn't have a kind mom, supportive friends, or a loving boyfriend. Instead, she has a Chloe Bourgeois who made her life so miserable that she felt driven to become a villain. For Shadybug, her lucky charms create chaos and destruction, and she has no way to fix the damage she causes. Once she finally understands that she can fight to make her life better, Shadybug likely renounces her first lucky charm to fix her mistakes. She tosses her hammer into the air, allowing her miraculous ladybugs to repair any damage she left behind in Paris, and to heal the cataclysm wound inflicted on Claw Noir. At the same time, the ladybugs heal Shadybug from the wounds she obtained from overusing her powers. They also give her a new appearance, and when she transforms to look more like Marinette, it symbolizes her inner healing and hope as she enters her new chapter as her world's very own ladybug.
Cat Noir, me and our friends will make sure to put an end to his reign, even though we haven't figured out how to yet.
Compared to Ladybug and Cat Noir, their alternative counterparts pack a real punch. It's made clear throughout the special that Shadybug and Claw Noir have nothing left to lose, which makes them especially cruel and malicious through their actions. Shadybug doesn't hesitate to summon lucky charms that can down her opponents in one hit, and Claw Noir has modified his staff to cause some severe damage. Now that the franchise introduced such ferocious villains in Miraculous World Paris, it's possible that equally dangerous akumatized villains may start appearing in the upcoming Season 6. It will be exciting to see what weapons and powers they utilize to help them defeat the heroes. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.